Hey now, welcome to Fitzdog Radio. I am your stuffed up host. My nose is congested. I slept about 4 hours last night. I'm dog sitting for my buddy, Mikey Fitzgibbon, who rescued a dog from Tom O'Neill, who rescued the dog. And he needed me to babysit for the night. Great dog, beautiful, well-behaved, doesn't bark, doesn't hump other dogs, doesn't lick its own vagina. It's pleasant. Doesn't smell. So I said, yeah, let me take the dog for the night. He's like, oh, she's a piece of cake. She'll just sleep, no hassle. So we go to bed, and then at 5 a.m. I hear noises inside. So I wake up and I go inside, and the dog has torn apart the ottoman. There's stuffing all over the living room. She got into the yarn. That's ripped up all over the living room. Giant shit on the rug, piss on another part of the rug. And it's one of the, and she knew. I called her over to me and she just ran. And I thought, we had dogs for 16 years. Beautiful, cute little dogs, and loved the shit out of them. But they've been gone for 2 years, and I got to tell you, it's nice not having dogs. I'm exhausted. I'm so fucking tired. All I want to do is go to sleep, but I got to keep walking this dog. Anyway, sometimes they say this show needs no introduction. Well, guess what? This show needs no introduction. I just had a great talk with my buddy, Owen Smith, and we just got into it. We had a great conversation, and we recorded it about 2 hours ago. I am coming to see you, people, Batavia, Illinois, this weekend, July 25th and 26th at the Comedy Vault, Pottstown, PA at Soul Joel's, July 31st, Point Pleasant, New Jersey, Uncle Vinny's, August 1st and 2nd, La Jolla at the Comedy Store, August 29 through 31. Then I'm coming to Denver, Connecticut. Fairbanks, Alaska just announced October 1 through 4. Vegas, Chicago, New Orleans. Go to Fitzdog.com, get some tickets, come out, see some live comedy. My guest today, he's got a new podcast called Good Luck Everybody. He just created a TV show called The Crutch with Tracy Morgan. That'll be out on Paramount Plus this fall. He wrote on Blackish, Arsenio Hall Show, Whitney, Everybody Hates Chris, The Last OG. He's done stand-up comedy on Conan, Colbert. He's regular on the Joe Rogan Experience. You're going to love him as much as I do. Here is Owen Smith.
So I first entered the porn industry.
My guest is a married man.
Yes.
A father.
Yes.
Stand-up comedian, writer, showrunner, and now podcaster.
There you go. Good luck, everybody. Everywhere podcaster found, whatever.
Yeah, way to jump in on it in the early stages there.
Let's get it early, man, in case anybody goes, seen enough.
Right.
No.
That's like the guy who's like, I had sex with Elizabeth Taylor. And you find out it's like, when she was 73.
Hey, man, it works.
It still works.
Halle Berry still counts. Where is she?
Dude, she does still count.
I'll take dry badge, Halle, right now.
What?
This isn't how I imagined it, Halle, but okay.
I mean, it's like she is eating child's DNA. Something's going on with her. She just doesn't age.
Going to skip her. She thought menopause was going to skip her.
Yeah.
And then she profited off of menopause.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she has a company now bringing menopause awareness.
Oh.
I forget the name of it. I would plug it. I don't know the name of it. And she sells
Womenopause?
She sells like lube and stuff now.
Really?
So I have a theory. I don't think her vagina is dry at all. I think I think her business managers, because she's paying like child support.
Yeah.
So I think her business managers were like, we figured out a way you could
No,
Make
what,
this money back.
what it is it's like goop. It's actually her vagina juices that you use as lubricant because she's that wet.
She's that wet.
Yeah, she just every day it's like milking a cow. She just puts a bottle down there.
She sends it out.
It's called Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. There it is. That's not how you're supposed to use it on. Oh, sorry.
Salad dressing. You can use it for anything.
I lost 20 pounds. Thanks, Halle Berry. Which camera? Which is my camera? Oh, my God. We got them going, oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Man, are we going to talk about this Coldplay guy as being two married guys?
Yeah. Well,
Coldplay concert?
I've been to a Coldplay concert. First of all, it's one of the best concerts you can see. Oh, really? I don't know if that's your music, but
I dig it.
Yeah.
I would go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do you think of it? I mean, he's married. She's divorced. She's separated.
Oh, she was separated?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think he clearly never cheated before, like by his response.
Right.
He was like, oh, and then he went out there. It's like, look, I'm faithful, man. That's why I don't cheat. I can't. I would have done the same thing.
Right.
But if you're going to cheat, you need to take an acting class.
Yeah.
So when you have those moments, you can just stay in it.
Right.
You know, so now you only have to deal with trouble at home.
Yes.
The world is on repeat. Your kids are seeing it. The fact that he cowered was so...
All he had to do was just glance away.
Yeah.
Let the arms drop. And let the camera move on to the next couple.
And where would you learn that? Acting class.
That's right.
You're caught, you're busted, but you're not. You just stay in it.
That's why...
High fiver.
Right. That's why Burt Reynolds, all these great actors, they cheated like crazy and they never got caught.
Never got caught. They knew how to just stay.
Yeah.
Moment.
Yes.
Was that Burt's wife? I don't know. He was so good. Man. Yeah, I mean, it was so... Just watching it.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It was cringy. It was cringy.
Yeah, you can't be a rookie in these streets. My boy who got caught years ago, he said something. He said while he was going through therapy and trying to figure it out, he said, you know why you always going to get caught? I go, why? He goes, because you don't know how you normally act.
Right.
I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
right.
But your wife does. Your wife sees you.
Yep.
She sees how when you walk in the house, what hook you put your hat on.
Yep.
What hand you drink your,
Whether you kiss her.
All of that.
Whether or not you come home and go, I'm going to grab a shower, honey. It's like, it's 3 PM.
Yeah, why are you showering?
Yeah.
What's going on? Let me smell your balls.
You smell like Halle Berry.
Smell like these Halle Berries. He got me. Yeah, man.
That's why dogs do it. They're checking to see if their partner's cheating.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, they smell the
Where you
butt.
been?
Yeah.
That's it. Come on now. We're just down the street now.
We're at the dog park.
Yeah. Come on now. Come on, get off me now.
We got a dog wandering around today. Come here.
Cute.
Come up here. Show everybody your face.
Beautiful. He's like, I am in the union.
This is Lexi.
Hey, Lexi.
She is my friend Mikey Fitzgibbon's dog.
Oh, wow.
And he had some kind of procedure done, so he asked me to take the dog. And this is a rescue.
Okay.
Right off the street, literally like a rescue.
Wow.
And but the sweetest, kindest, never barks. So she stayed over at my house last night. Took her for a monster walk. We walked 16,000 steps. And then last night before bed, I took her for another long walk.
7 miles, 8 miles.
And then I wake up this morning at 5 a.m. I hear noise inside. I come in. She's ripped apart the furniture, shit on the floor, pissed on the rug. And you know how dogs act when they do that shit? They won't come near you.
Yeah.
She every time I come here, she goes like that, runs to the next room. They know.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's why she's a rescue.
Yep.
Well, she put on her best face for 2 days.
Yeah, I know.
I got to give her respect for that.
Yeah.
Then she was like, all right, now I got to show the real me. I mean, tear this couch up.
Yeah. This is why we don't. We had dogs for 16 years.
You did?
Yeah, we had 2 of them, which was nice because the kids grew up with them.
Yeah, and they keep you healthy. They make you walk. They keep you active, which is necessary.
I think they're also good for your endorphins. Every time I walk in the door and that dog comes in and greets me,
Yeah.
I love it.
You know what? I get that from my kids right now.
Yeah.
Young.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, man, when I come in, they're like, Daddy, Daddy. And I'm like, man, nobody. And my wife just like, yeah, don't do that when I come home.
Oh, they don't act like that when she comes home?
They do, but she likes to act like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just be like, hey, Mom.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like, Daddy's on, Daddy. I'm like, oh, y'all really putting it on. Yeah.
That just means you're out more.
I know. You know what I did that horrified me, but it worked out amazingly. I went to the Improv to perform, and I saw an 11-year-old, 2 11-year-olds in the green room.
Yeah.
And I go, who are you with? And they said who they were with. And so then I asked the management, I go, we can bring our kids here? They go, yeah, just, because I thought because the liquor license, we could just clear with us. They could sit up there. It's cool. So I'll race home and I tell my son, I go, hey, man, you know how you've been wanting to know where Daddy's going all the time? You can come with me to the Improv. He was like, Dad, yeah, can't wait. My son is 8. And it grew to, I was like, nah, I got to take my daughter too, because she's going to feel some type of way. She's 6. So I go, I'm going to take both of y'all next time I get a spot at the Improv. It balloons to me also bringing their cousins.
Get out of here.
So I'm taking 4 kiddos with me, ages 6 to 9, right, to the Improv.
Yeah.
I am petrified because I'm thinking, what am I going to talk about that I don't want to scar them, but I don't know what act I'm going to do.
So what are they going to sit on the steps on the way to the green room?
They sit on the steps there, and they can peer down.
Right.
And then there's the TV that they can watch.
Oh, right.
And so I'm like, man, when I was 9, I saw Eddie Murphy Delirious, and Eddie didn't know I was watching.
Yeah.
It is that.
Right.
And it made me want to do stand-up.
Yeah.
Right? And so I was like, do I do my act like that, or do I? And so I called my friend Sakaya, and I say, man, I don't know what to do. He goes, I'm coming. I got to come see this. So he comes, and he's like, this is either going to be, we're witnessing a moment. Either you're about to send your kids to therapy, or it'll just be just a wonderful, precious moment of great memory. And so my kids come in, and my daughter loves the green room. First person we see is Al Madrigal. And Al comes in, and he goes, listen, we're doing a fucking show.
He said that?
Yeah, he talks to him like an adult. He doesn't even, because he just got off stage, I'm assuming. So he was just talking to adult modes, talking to them like an adult. They didn't blink or anything. He was like, this is the green room, get whatever you want, tear it up, get as much as you want. And they were like, yay!
Yeah, there's candy in there, there's drinks.
Tearing it up. Yeah. It was great. And they were jumping up and down on the couch. And then I showed them the main room. My daughter takes to the seat immediately and is peering over. And she sees, what's my man's name? I just lost his name. He does the great one-liners from New York. Cool slick back hair, leather jacket. Look, Jeselnik's on stage.
Anthony Jeselnik, okay.
Jeselnik's on stage, and my daughter's wearing light-up shoes. And so he sees the light-up shoes, and he goes, who the fuck's wearing light-up shoes?
From the stage, you said that?
Yeah. And my daughter is loving it. So then my daughter comes in, and she goes, Daddy, he talked about my light-up shoes. I go, what'd he say? He goes, who the F word has on light-up shoes? So I thot that was very cute that she knew not to say the word.
Yeah.
And so I was all right. And so then Anthony comes up. I go, sorry, man, I bought my kids.
First of all, can I interject here?
Yes.
There is probably not an act I would less want my kids to see than Anthony Jeselnik. It's pedophilia.
It's all the things.
It's murder.
Yeah. They stayed for us. They didn't really ingest it. They just saw the environment.
Right.
Taking it in. And then she became the show, so I don't think she heard any of his stuff to process.
Yeah.
So then she runs back in the green room, jumping up and down. I go up after Jeselnik, and then they all come out and they watch, and I see the light-up shoes, and I just do my act.
Yeah.
But I tell the audience early, I go, look, my kids are here, so I may wince on a few of these punchlines. And they all like, when I get off stage, and I had a great set, and when I get off stage, my son and daughter are jumping up and down like when I walk in the house. They're like, Daddy. And they gave me the biggest hug. And it was the best feeling. It was like the best, like showbiz could never give me a greater embrace than what I got.
Yeah, you brought your two worlds together.
Yeah, and
That's
normally we
amazing.
keep them separate as artists and.
Yeah, but the thing that's interesting about that is the first time, and I'm sure my kids had seen me on the internet a little bit, but the first time my son saw me live, he was probably 15 or so, and I was working the Denver Comedy Works, so I flew the family out so we could go skiing after we did Denver. We're going out to Vail, and so my daughter was too young, so my wife took her out for pizza. My son came to the Comedy Works, which is maybe the best place for your kid to see you do stand-up comedy. You play the Denver Comedy?
Not yet.
Oh,
I need to.
It's insane.
I need a plug.
I'm there in September. I'm going to bring you in.
Okay. I would have to go. I'm there, man.
I'm not bringing you with me. Okay. I'm going to plug you to the booker.
Thank you.
Because you got a headline. I mean, you're
yeah.
open for me.
Yeah. No. I would love to headline there. I saw, who did the special where she shot footage there?
Kathleen Madigan?
Kathleen, but it was another more.
Maria
recent.
Bamford?
I'm blanking on names of my tribe.
Yeah, I know.
She has the funny voice. She had a show on Netflix for a second. The bushy hair.
Wolf, Michelle
Wolf. Yeah. And I saw it and I just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
I fell in
no,
love
it's
with it.
it's great back. The seats raise as they go back.
Wow.
It's pie shaped.
That's great.
And the seats are bolted into the ground, and they're all facing the stage.
So you have to pay attention.
You are staring at the stage, and they're tight. I don't think fat people can go to the Denver Comedy Works.
Well, Colorado's the most in shape.
Yeah. Right. So, and you've got these people. Denver has people that are just like, they're cowboys, but they're urban. So they're hip and sophisticated, but they also have that woo energy.
Yeah.
And it's just, and then you don't bring an opener. They have a local comedy scene that's so good that they'll put 3 or 4 people on ahead of you.
That's great.
And they switch the lineup every night. And I've gotten to know some guys really well over the years, Kevin Fitzgerald, and these guys kill. So yes, I'm there in September. I'm gonna push you.
Thank you, man. You hooked me up in Barcelona.
Oh, that's right.
That was so fantastic.
Yeah. Wow, and the amazing thing is we both did it in Spanish.
See.
It was a 3-minute show.
3-minute show. It was so fast. But they gave us the door. But
they give me this weird fucking money.
Yeah,
I was trying to use it here in the States, and people look at me like I'm crazy.
I wouldn't pull it out now. They'll send your ass right back to where that money came from.
That's right. Just a Spanish word.
Yeah.
So anyway, I bring him to the Denver Comedy Works.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there, and the waitresses who I've known forever just spoil him. They give him a great table. They're bringing him sodas. They're bringing him chicken wings, and the opener. He loves the openers. And then I come on, and they told me when I got off stage that he was doubled up laughing and wiping tears the entire time. And we walked outside, and he goes, "Dad, that's the funniest hour." And I crushed. You know when you got somebody special in the crowd, you draw on shit you didn't know you had?
Yes.
And I annihilated. And he goes, "That was the funniest hour I've seen in my life." And then he started saying things like, "Where do you think of your jokes?" and stuff like that. But it sounded, this is the weird part, it sounded like a fan all of a sudden. Wow. Because, he was experiencing it like a fan.
Yeah.
And it made me really sad because I had this very personal, customized relationship with my son that was based on playing baseball together, building a fort together, reading him books, giving him baths, introducing him to TV shows. And all of a sudden, he was just like somebody else. And my self-esteem is so tied into myself as a performer, and I hide behind that. And that's a mask I give people. I'm cockier. I was just talking about it before with them. Is like, there's this sort of ironic, racist, homophobic, middle-aged cis white guy character going on, and it's not really me.
Right.
And my son saw that and he loved it, and it made me sad because I didn't want it to take the place of the real dad. And a little bit.
How old was he when he saw you?
15, and now he's 24.
Okay.
And now they both come out and see me at the clubs a little bit, and I don't like it because Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
It's not my genuine self.
well, you know what's so funny? And it takes us so many years to figure out who our genuine self is up there.
Right.
And the last person you want sitting in the audience is someone that, whose butt you watch.
Right. Right.
Someone who's like, I remember when I first started, my family in Asbury Park, New Jersey, on my mom's side, they all came to see me.
Yeah. Was it a decent club?
No, it was a room. Back then, I was doing rooms before I went to clubs. So it was some room. And they were sitting and all of them were wearing these glasses that were like reflecting. Like I knew my family. I just saw the lenses and I saw their faces of like disappointment. Like, that's not on. Like how do I present? How do I talk in front of them when they have this, specific image of me? And
right.
Because the room was so small, I didn't know how to rise above being Owen to them as opposed to the performer for this crowd. So I did okay. Like some of my cousins dug it, but some of them, it just didn't. It wasn't until I did Radio City that they were like in the audience and I had like, this is what for me, my, from my perspective.
Right.
But I mean, they've seen me on TV and things like that. So, but yeah, it is. But I can get that from your kids.
Like my mom, she loves me and she's very supportive, but she has a hard time watching me because I talk about fucking my wife in detail.
It's hilarious.
And it just makes her so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It makes it violates. She's a very Catholic person, and she's pretty conservative about what she likes and doesn't like. And I think my comedy is a reaction to that. I think I am the way I am because I grew up with so much shame and so much we did not curse. If you cursed in my house, you got slapped. There was no cursing. There was, no sexuality was allowed to be discussed or shown. And
this is a movie. We see you growing up in your household.
Yeah.
None of that stuff. Cut to you hosting the porn awards.
Twice.
Come on, man. It's so beautiful.
I know.
You try to raise a person a certain way.
Yeah.
And they do this other thing, and it all works out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It all works out.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, like I've had people come to me and say, man, you were so funny. And I would think, wait till both my parents are dead. I'm going to be really so afraid. Like it's stuff I want to talk about.
Right.
But.
Well, you're super close to your mom.
Yeah. I was raised by my mom.
Right.
So when I started doing comedy, she didn't really know how to embrace it because that's when she realized our entire life, it was like a permanent record button was pressed.
Right.
I just like absorbed like all of her, how she raised me. Because, you first start, you talk about what you know. And so, but I made it a point whenever I talked about my mom in the bit, she would always win in the bit.
Yeah, right,
so I would never like talk,
Yeah.
And so it took a while for her to kind of see that. Now she loves it and it's cool. And I love making her laugh.
And you have her voice down.
Oh man, her voice is very.
Yeah.
I should play something. I just called her to ask her, when did I start comedy? Because I started every comedian has two answers. Trying to piece together something for my podcast. Good luck, everybody.
Oh yes, coming up. We're gonna talk about that later. Don't worry about it. We're gonna plug you.
Yeah. So I'm doing. I started in 1992, in the summer, and it's not a clean way of saying it. I was home for the summer from Notre Dame, so I just did my freshman year at Notre Dame, back home in Prince George's County, Maryland, for the summer, and my mom got me a job with the Department of Energy. So I caught the subway to work every day, and while I rode with her, I can't remember. I think we may have rode together, and I worked at the Department.
What's the name of the town?
Prince George's County.
They got a subway in Prince George's County?
It's right outside of Washington, D.C.
Oh, it's part of the D.C. system. Okay, got it.
And
why did you say D.C.?
Because I'm not from D.C. If we're driving in D.C., we both gonna get lost.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, I thought you said you were from here. No, I'm from PG County.
Yeah.
So, and so I grew up. So back then I was living in Largo. I was living in Largo, Maryland. And we would, I think me and my mom would ride in, and then I would go to Department of Energy, and I was just a cut up. I was just funny at work. And I used to they called it joning. Where from I used to joan on people and, make them laugh at lunch. And this big dude named Kevin came over to me and said, "You funny. I'm going to take you to this comedy club." I was like, what? And I didn't know a comedy
Sounds like a threat.
Yeah. And in true, BC fashion, he goes, "I'm going to take you to this comedy club." Then he goes, "Pick me up."
Bring a lot of money.
Yeah, on Tuesday. So I pick him up, and I'm driving through, and this is before GPS, all this stuff. It's turn left at the light, turn right, make a stop right here. I'm going to run in. I'm waiting while he runs in together. Like, what? I was like an Uber driver before. And so then we go all the way to Greenbelt, Maryland, me and this cat. And we get there on time. Show starts at 8. It's a black room. I didn't know that minute would start about 8:45. When people got there.
Right.
And there was a list. It was just a list that was set out. And I signed up first on the list. And I sat in the back of the room with bubble guts. I was so nervous. This was right at the tail end of the comedy boom when people started papering rooms. Yeah. So they would have buffet food.
Right.
So they had hot dogs and old pizza and stuff. So I'm eating that, which is making the bubble guts.
Oh God, I don't like where this is headed.
Well, and then the host, Chris Paul, is his name. He went up and he's super funny, and he's doing the show. And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, you don't know, he might call my name next. He went through the whole list, whole night. I didn't get called. Yeah. And I was like, And I'm competitive, and I kind of took that personal. Yeah. It was messed up. So I go home, go back to work, come back the following week.
With the guy?
No, I'll go by myself this time. Sign up. And on different slots, sign my name several times.
Oh, nice.
And I'm sitting there.
Did you use different names? That would have been genius.
I wasn't thinking like that. I didn't know. That would have been so smart. Yeah. And I just did Owen Smith, which was if you're reading it, it does sound like you're about to be audited. Owen Smith, who the hell is this? That's not a comedy name. Yeah. So he doesn't call my name again.
Oh, shit.
And I sit there and I watch the whole act, and then I go up to him and I go, "Hey, man." And I was so nervous. I was like, "Hey, man, I've been coming here the last 2 weeks signing up, and you haven't called me." He goes, "Oh, I just didn't know you. Come back next week."
Oh, there you go.
It's my first showbiz lesson.
That's right.
That's who you know.
Yep.
So I come back the following week, and I sign up in space number 5 or whatever. He calls me up first. I didn't know that was the we don't know about him spot.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
He calls me up first. I think even before he did any warm-up.
So it's a cold open.
Boom, go up, do my act. And I'm talking so fast. Yeah. And one of my first jokes was about the Power Rangers, how the Black Power Ranger had to do this. Why has he got to do, that's his karate move, the snake. And I was like, if I'm fighting somebody and they do this, I'm whipping his ass. I was doing my whole. Where are they teaching the brother? I was leaning into it. Yeah. I was so proud of that bit. And then years later, so I'll tell you another story. So
did you do all right?
I did good. Man, I was talking so fast. I got some laughs, but I remember I was afraid to look at the crowd, and I would glance down. They were just looking up at me with smiles and face like this. And a few people.
Did they say it was your first time?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But he brought me up, and then.
And you had nobody there to watch.
Nobody.
Oh, that's so sad. You're the only person I've ever met that didn't have anyone in the audience their first time.
I know. Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, you're a renegade, man.
Yeah, man. I'm a loner, man. Yeah. So when I got off stage, though, all the comedians, and I think this is only a DMV thing, all the comedians on the show came up to me. They gave me applause. They gave me dap, and they would tell me you were funny, and they were giving me tips. First of all, slow down. You're talking too fast. This bit is funny. That you could say. They were extremely additive and helpful. It was the first time I was around other black men. Yeah. Where it wasn't sports wasn't involved.
Right.
So engaged, and so I said, I'm home. And so I stayed and watched the rest of the show, and you know how the comedians progressively get better. Right. How long they've been doing it. A guy I went to school with in 8th grade goes on stage, and he was one of the more seasoned guys. That's Mike Brooks. I know him. Yeah. He went up there, hey, what's up, Joe? What's up, young? And he was funny. He was doing his thing. And I said, hey, remember me? He said, hey, what's up, man? And so I became his driver the rest of the summer. Hey, man.
Does that mean you got to open for him?
Yeah. I would take, we would go to gigs. Yeah. He would kind of show me the lay of the land. And And my goal was to get paid.
Yeah.
I was like, if I get paid, I'm a professional.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
And so we were doing all these rooms called like cabarets and stuff with like the tables along and everybody's eating crabs.
Yeah.
They got a crane their neck back to look at you like, huh? What you say? All right now. Hey, watch this up now. Hey, pass me the thing. You know, fights to break out and you on stage. And so then,
Yeah.
Hey, who this cornball? Who that man?
How come he gets to talk?
Yeah. Who let the police up? Because I used to tuck my shirt in. Hi, guys.
Let the police in.
Police in. Like, the audience would be more ruthless. You up there like, hey, man.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like, if you can get laughs in these venues that weren't like designed for comedy,
Yeah.
I was like, I can only imagine when I get to like, I didn't even know there were like nicer places.
Dude, early 90s was pizza places, bowling alleys.
All of them. We did this. We did, and Mike always had this blind confidence that was so beautiful. One time there was this, the mayor of Rap City, Chris Thomas, is from DC, and he headlined the Comedy Connection in Laurel, and Mike got a call saying Chris was coming down early. Did we want to come down and go up after him? And Mike was like, hell yeah, let's go, Joe. So I'm the ride, so I'm driving. We drive to the the Comedy Connection in Laurel. Chris Paul just obliterate. Like, there is no more laughter.
Yeah.
Are y'all ready for more comedy? People are like, huh? Like, people are ready to go home. Give it up for And Mike used to tell me to lie with my intro, because Mike's intros would be big lies.
Yeah.
He'd be like, he toured with Martin. You seen him on the Sinbad show. You seen it. I was like, you didn't do all those things. I figured you make it, Joe.
Yeah.
So I would add like fake stuff. And give it up for Owen Smith. And I come out, crickets. Crickets. I'm like, how y'all feel, man? Give it up for whatever I was doing. Poop, poop. You get that sweat.
Yeah.
I just ate it for like 10 minutes. I get off stage, feel like, why do we do this? And then Mike went up. He got some laughs, but I just remember learning, never follow. Like, I had been in the game a month.
Yeah.
What am I thinking going after a seasoned headline?
Right.
But at the end of the summer at that same club, this gentleman named Pops gave me a crumpled up $25.
Nice.
And I was like, I'm a professional.
Yeah.
So then I went back to Notre Dame. And you couldn't tell me nothing. Because I was like, I made people in D.C. laugh over the summer.
Yeah.
South Bend is light work. And so they opened a comedy club in South Bend, a Funny Bone.
Yeah.
I became the house MC there. And
while you're in college.
Yeah.
So you go to class during the day and then you go host there at night.
Go host there at night. And that was like the greatest.
Yeah. Do you have that 20? I got paid $10 at Barnaby's in Haverhill, Massachusetts.
Wow.
And I have a photo album from my first years in comedy, and I saved shit. And I wrote the name of the club on the $10 bill. I put it in there.
I would have tried to save it, but because I was driving Mike so much, I think I went right to the Shell gas station.
You actually needed it. Yeah.
Needed it. I was driving some car that burnt so much gas.
Yeah, right.
And but I just remember going back to South Bend being so confident, but I didn't learn. I learned how to perform in front of people, but I had no substance.
Yeah.
But I knew how to be like fearless and, and back then we used to talk about the audience. So if you ran out of material, you would talk about the audience and you would.
Well, yeah, I think early on you're learning how to be on stage. You're becoming a performer. You're not an artist yet. No. You're learning the tools, and just how do I stand? Where do I look? How fast do I go? How loud should I be?
Yes.
How to behave backstage. Like you're in boot camp, and then eventually you get to the point where you start not sounding like everyone's got another comic they're sounding like when they start, and then you break out of that guy and you start to become Don Gavin in Boston.
Oh wow, okay,
legendary comic out of Boston. Yeah, and then I came to New York and I was Dave Attell like everybody else. Everybody was Dave Attell in New York. Some guys still are.
Still are.
I know guys that have been doing it 15, 20 years and are still Dave Attell.
Still doing it.
Yeah.
Man, I think I was, I used to laugh. I always gravitated toward the taller comedians. So I used to do Damon Wayans' laugh because he seemed cool. He go, Like he would laugh like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Stage for some reason. You know what I'm saying? I would do that. and then Mark Curry was so like fluid and like goofy but cool.
Yeah.
I was afraid that I would get compared to him. But when I was maybe 40 pounds lighter, people always said I looked like a tall ass Martin.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
And
Yeah.
Martin's from the same area,
Uh-huh.
PG County, Maryland. And so was Chappelle. His dad was from Ohio, but Chappelle grew up in Montgomery County. And shoot, so many people. Taraji P. Henson. A lot of people come from the area.
Yeah.
But so when I would be sitting there with a hat on, and then people would look at me like, then I stand up, man, you look like a tall ass Martin. Like people would just tell me. So I would lean into those. But I didn't really.
What about Chappelle? Was he around when you were coming out?
I got a great Chappelle story.
Did he have an effect on people's voices? Or was he still figuring his out?
Well, Tony Woods.
Yeah, the great Tony Woods.
Yes, Tony Woods. So Tony Woods kind of had that cadence first, right? I would say first. But this is what I saw. Because Chappelle is the same age as I am. So we were both 19. But he had just done Robin Hood Men in Tights, I believe. And when you are like young 20s, you have this struggle with how am I in front of black people and how am I in front of white people? Because like growing up in PG County, we weren't the minority. Like I never had a white person over my house until I went to like Notre Dame. You know what I mean? So when you're in front of a white audience for the first time, you're like, they don't get any of my references.
Yeah.
And not only do they don't get them, they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't get them.
They're not looking to learn.
They're not even curious. The context clues, nothing. They don't even, so you're just like, whoa. So it's fascinating to see some black performers that are successful in mainstream rooms, kind of like what their moves are.
Yeah.
Versus performers that have made their nut in front of largely black crowds, right? And so Chappelle had just done Robin Hood Men in Tights. So I think he had gone through a moment where he had just done Star Search. Not just, he had done Star Search. You know what I mean? He was kind of going through the mainstreaming of it. So he had come back to this urban room. Black, working class, middle class black folks. And he was talking about something and they started booing him.
Really?
Hard, just booing him. Like, boo, and it just escalated. Right? And so then he goes, fuck y'all, I'm gonna be famous. That's what he was saying. I'm gonna be famous. I was like, God, he was standing in there, fuck y'all, I'm gonna be famous. That's what he was saying. He was doing that. I'm gonna be famous. I never forget that. And I was like, damn. And then he walked off stage, and all the comics, how we would generally run up and go get everybody party because nobody wanted that bomb on them.
Yeah.
Like, hey, yo, all right.
Stink on him.
And he walked right in front of me and sat down right here. And I go, why is he still here? Like, I would be in my car. Like, and he sat down. They go, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep the show rolling. Y'all ready for it? Tony Woods. And Tony Woods goes up.
Yeah.
And Tony goes, man, wow. That's crazy, man. You ever been fucking a girl? And like, he did something. And he gets a standing ovation. Standing ovation. Does his whole set, standing ovation. And then he walks off stage and Dave gets up and I walk them leave together and get in the same car.
Yeah.
And Tony was driving and Chappelle was in the passenger seat. And I was like, man, I was just like Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, you should have zigged when you should have zagged.
Yeah. Right.
And
yeah, I can remember when I was in Boston, I'd only been doing it for maybe 3 years or something.
Yeah.
And maybe 4 years. And Patrice O'Neill took me to Black Club in Roxbury.
Yeah.
It was the first time I'd ever been in front of an all-black crowd.
Yeah.
Which is, people go, oh, that must be fucking brutal. I mean, my act was so white. I had jokes about the Brady Bunch.
That's great.
About college girls being drunk and at BU. And I went up and I got my ass handed to me. And I'm talking to Patrice, but I go, dude, it was fucking, I go up there, I didn't have anything in common with anybody out there, and they couldn't kind of. And he just to me, he's like, "Yeah, what do you think I go through in Boston?" And it fucking hit me. I was like, "Wow, yeah, what you're doing is way harder than what I'm doing." In front of the white clubs.
Yeah. And white clubs are, I would say, Bill Burr used to always tell me I should develop this into a bit, and I never really did. But it was like, I used to tell him, there's one difference, and this may have changed. This was like 20 years ago, and I was so passionate about this point. I was like, there's one difference between black people and white people, and it's one word: expectations. I said, white people expect everything to work, and black people expect everything to fail. So
on stage, you mean, or just in general? Yeah.
So if a place says comedy club, white people will walk in going, it's supposed to be laughs. They said it's supposed to be laughs here.
Yeah.
Black people go, if I haven't heard of any of these people, this is about to be some bullshit. Let's get ready for some bullshit. And so the laughs come from a skeptical, you was all right. You know what I mean? But they aren't coming in expecting for it to deliver.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just kind of like how we operate as a protective tool. But then once you pierce through that, hey, yo!
Get it. There's no better. Now as I got more seasoned, I started doing black clubs in New York.
Yeah.
We go to Harlem and do clubs, sometimes in the Bronx.
Yeah.
And as long as you addressed the elephant in the living room when you walked on stage, you were fine.
You're fine.
You had to, I mean, it's the same way, the hacky version of like when a black guy goes on in a white crowd and goes, I'm the only chocolate chip in the cookie.
Yeah.
Like just something. It doesn't have to be a whole long bit, but just so we're not at a disconnect about what's happening right now.
Yeah.
And then they're fine, and not only fine, like you will never get as much love and excitement. Literally the doubled over
is the best.
Slapping the table,
running around in the back, bro.
Yeah,
it's the best, man. I remember one time I told this joke. I watched Olden Polynice, these people playing NBA, get up and run back and forth from howling from laughter, and I was like, oh, that's so dope. Like it's just stuff I thought of. But it is a connection, but you just have to be more honest.
Yes.
Or if you are lying, you have to be honest about the lying.
Right.
It's just
no, it's like the greatest set I've ever seen. Like when I see young comics, these LA comics that have never worked the road, and they do these alt rooms, and I'm backstage at the West Side Comedy Theater, and somebody goes, oh yeah, I just saw Jimmy over at he destroyed, and I just want to stop and go, you know what? I wasn't there for the set. Jimmy did not destroy. I said, do you want to see somebody destroy? Put on Bernie Mac when he comes out at Def Comedy Jam.
I ain't scared of you.
You know this story, right?
Yeah.
And the crowd is dead. Everybody's bombing. And he walks out, and here's this guy what was he, out of St. Louis?
I don't know, but somebody bombed in front of him.
Yeah, he was from the Midwest, and somebody.
Bernie's from Chicago.
Oh, Chicago.
Yeah.
So he comes out and he walks on stage in his fucking zoot suit, and the music's playing, and he walks up to the mic. The first thing is, "I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers."
Yeah, kick ass,
and then the music would kick in, and like the first beat they weren't on board, and then by the second beat it was euphoria, and he didn't let them breathe. He cut off his own laughs halfway through to start the next line. Yeah.
I ain't scared of you, mother.
Dude, that's killing.
Yeah, and just a slight correction for people that are watching. That said he didn't have on the suit. That was in Kings of Comedy.
Oh, okay.
He had on it was like a white shirt that had a cool design on it and some jeans, some kind of.
Oh, they were very marble jeans. Yeah.
Hung low.
Yeah, right.
Bernie told my mom. So when I was living in Chicago, I was living in an apartment smaller than this room, on the north side of Chicago, and Ali Leroy, Ali,
sure,
used to write for Bernie.
Yeah,
and Bernie before he got the Bernie Mac show, he had wanted to be Bob Hope, and he had a show called Mac Out All Night on Mac on HBO briefly.
No shit.
Yeah, and so he used to perform every Tuesday in a small room called Milt Trenier's. Milt Trenier is a jazz musician. He's a part of, I think, a jazz trio. His brothers, they played on Ed Sullivan. And so when you go downstairs, it was all these like jazz records. And in the corner, it was a small stage, but it was a full band set.
Yeah.
And Bernie would do 45 minutes up top every Tuesday that he wrote and Ali would work on with him.
Like a new set every week?
New set, bro. And it was amazing. And he demanded you dress nice.
Uh-huh.
You come and bring your best self. The crowd was like middle class, upper class black folk. It was beautiful. It was just a beautiful, beautiful
Amazing.
space. And so Ali saw me perform at the Funny Firm. Then it turned into the Fallout. And he saw me.
Funny Firm had 2 floors.
Yep.
And when you worked there, when you headlined there, you did 2 shows downstairs and 3 shows upstairs. So you would finish one set, run upstairs, do another one, back and forth all night.
Yep. And you can get 5 shows out.
Yep.
And I loved it, even though I didn't pay anything. And Lenny
Osterich
yeah, he ran it. And so
ran it into the ground eventually.
ran it to the ground. And so, and I also didn't know he taught comedy. He taught Alonzo Bowden in the comedy class.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
And so I had just come to town. I had done my Can I Showcase? I'm showcasing this night. On this night, I meet Dwayne Kennedy.
Oh,
He
really?
was on the show. He was hilarious. Met this guy named Ted Lyde. And I met, and Ali was there, but I didn't see him perform. So I did all 5 rooms. And then he goes, pays Dwayne. He paid Ty Phipps, who was the host. He paid Ted. He paid everybody, but he didn't pay me. He was calling me for spots. And Dwayne goes, man, that's fucked up, man. And Dwayne gave me some money. And then Ty Phipps gave me some money. And I thought, man, comedians, man.
Yeah.
I drive home that night and I turn on the TV. It's like 3 a.m. An episode of Amen comes on. And Dwayne Kennedy is acting in that episode and he's playing Halle Berry's boyfriend.
With her? No shit.
No shit, bro. Like he had a moment when he was out here, he had a deal and all that
I
stuff.
didn't know that.
Yeah, Dwayne is such an amazing artist that he's lived many.
He's a Boston guy.
No, Dwayne Kennedy's from Chicago.
Oh, he is? Oh.
Yeah, he got dreads and so, but that night I got money from Tyler, and that night also Ali saw me go, hey man, you funny.
Yeah.
I want you to do Bernie Mac's room. I was like, all right. I was like, let me give you my number. He goes, I'll find you. I'm like, gosh. Like
It's before the internet. Yeah, right.
Internet. And I'm home, and I get a call. I think her name's Carolyn. I forget her last name. I get a call. Hi, Owen. Ali Leroy gave me your number. I want you there this Tuesday. Dress appropriate. Be there some such time. Da-da-da. And I get there and I'm blown away, man. Small room, Miltroneers. Bernie Mac does 45 minutes. He brings up 2 singers and 2 comedians.
Nice.
And he is crushing it.
And is there a band on stage?
Full band on stage.
Yeah.
And Bernie sits behind you when you perform. And he called me Owens. Owens. Give me 10 minutes, Owens. And then it come back over. Owens, give me 5. All right. Owens, no, give me 7. And luckily, when I used to host at the Funny Bone, I knew how to be on time mentally. I knew
You could calculate it.
I knew it. So I was like, all right.
Yep.
So I'm standing there on stage. He's sitting behind me. I do my first joke. He started laughing. Hit me on the leg. Give him 5 more Owens. So I'm like, oh, god dang. All right, Bernie. So I stayed in, got 5 more. And he had me come back. Like he enjoyed what I did.
Wow, that's so cool.
Had me come back, and I would come back almost as many Tuesdays as I could.
Yeah.
And so this was the spot I said I was going to break the news to my mom that I'm doing this.
You must have started to build a little name for yourself doing that show every week.
Probably.
Yeah.
I never even thought about it that way. I was like just so enamored with just finding a space where I could literally talk about everything that came into my head in front of a receptive crowd that I didn't have to explain it to.
Right.
Because Zany's was great, but you still had to kind of explain some stuff there. Boom, I could get right into it, right?
Right.
And it was just a joy for me to be able to do that. And then, so my mom comes to town, and I'm bringing her Milton, and I'm performing, but she doesn't know I'm performing. We're at the show, just sitting as an audience, and she's having a good time. Our next performer coming, and he brings me up. She's like, "What?" And I go on stage and I rip it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because she didn't know I was doing this. And then afterwards, Bernie, after the whole show went down, Bernie talked to my mom for over an hour.
No.
And it made her go from straight fear to my biggest supporter. Okay, Bernie says you got to make these calls, you got to do this, da-da-da. And so because no one in my family was in showbiz.
Yeah, right.
Like, you don't know how you can make a living doing that. But because he talked to her, and she never told me everything he said, but she would divulge some things.
Yeah.
Like when he got his show. Oh, he told me about his sister. Like, she would just it would come out. I remember that. But yeah, man, I'm forever grateful for the way Bernie he saw like the panic on my face. Like, I think I don't know how he knew,
Yeah.
but he talked to her for over an hour.
It's amazing because you talk about comics being generous and supportive, and there's always you always get one or two mentors sent your way. You know, God sends you some mentors. I had Kevin Meaney.
Wow.
And
Big pants people.
Walking around with the big pants. That's not right.
So amazing.
We're loose pants people.
Yes. That made me laugh so hard.
Your father's not wearing tight pants. Your brother's not wearing tight pants. And so he took me under his wing. He gave me guidance. He became a dear friend. He was at my wedding party, and I ended up in his wedding party. We became like the closest friends.
That's great.
And and then just back in Boston, there was a lot of guys that just put their arm around you and just said, hey, man, you got something, stay with it. Yeah. They'd give you taglines. That was a big thing in Boston.
Yes.
People giving each other taglines. We'd all do open mic night on Sunday nights at Nick's Comedy Stop, and it was me, it was Rogan, it was Burr, it was Dane Cook, and we would get off stage and just be like, it was a workshop.
Yeah.
And you stay all day. It was a 2.5-hour show, and we stayed to the end.
I love it.
And then we'd go out afterwards, and it's great. And so I try to be like that to comics now myself.
Yeah.
And it's funny because sometimes they hang on every word, and you stay in touch with them. And then sometimes they just look at you like,
all right, OG. Thanks,
yeah,
I got this.
Yeah, you got 100,000 Instagram followers. I'm good.
How many?
I'm good.
What's your Instagram again?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have no idea. I know, man. I'm good. I'm not going.
Right.
The when I lived in Chicago, all jokes aside, was kind of that and a guy named Damon Williams used to have some great rooms. So I would do both rooms. I would do Zanies, and then I would do like the rooms, or I would do all jokes aside. And all jokes aside at that time, it was Deion Cole, Corey Holcomb, D. Ray Davis was.
Damn. Those are all Chicago guys?
Yeah, B. Cole, a bunch of funny, just George Wilborn, Damon Williams, a bunch of really just funny, like in their own way. Oh man, my man, I can't remember his name. This dude was so funny. Mark Simmons, just great guys, right?
Yeah.
So it was kind of like I wasn't from Chicago, but they embraced me, and it was a point when me, Dion, and T-Rex used to write every Tuesday.
Oh, I love that.
Meet and write.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday, and T was into smoking weed. I wasn't really into it, but I would. This is when I tried. I go, maybe this will make me. And I don't know what kind of help I was in those sessions.
Yeah,
Weed wasn't my thing to be able to tap into, like what we were there to do. But we used to write some great stuff.
Yeah, we used to do that shit, man, during the week.
Yeah.
Because this is before social media.
Yeah.
We weren't doing radio interviews. We didn't have an agent sending us on bad auditions.
No.
We just did stand up, and then the next day we woke up at noon, and then we met, and we'd go to a movie. We'd write.
Yep.
We'd go to a restaurant. We used to play softball Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Then me and Rogan would write. We would write almost every day. We'd just get together and riff on shit.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
It's like, and then life happens.
And now it's like, I mean, forget the kids and all that stuff, but just all the, I mean, I love podcasting, but I do 3 podcasts a week.
You do?
Then I'm doing other people's podcasts. Wow. Then I'm trying to do social media. Then I'm flying to gigs instead of, in Boston, we just drove to the gig that night, staying in hotels. All right, listen.
What you got?
Owen Smith, we're going to get to some.
You got some prepared stuff?
We got to, well, first of all, I want to talk about Good Luck Everybody is a brand new podcast. Now listen, everybody, is this my camera? Owen Smith, as you've seen on this podcast, can spin a yarn. He's funny as shit. He's got an interesting life. And this podcast is something you want to watch. Yeah. Follow it, whatever, download it, subscribe, do all that shit, and give it a shot.
Give it a shot, guys.
And let's get his numbers up. Yeah. So tell me about why is this podcast different than any other podcast out there?
Well, it's going to have a little more polish to it for me, because I'm afraid to, like, I feel safe with you, so I can talk with you, but I don't want to just be talking.
Yeah.
So I've always been a fan of a funny. I want to do a funnier version of what Malcolm Gladwell does.
Oh,
with stuff that I'm interested in.
so cultural.
Yeah,
Deconstructing cultural.
Yeah, with funny bits like interspersed in between.
So that's the kind of thing. I love that because you can go from that to going, oh, that's a bit.
Yes.
I can do that on stage at the Comedy Store tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's also, I'm also enamored with how much time we spend on our phones.
Yeah.
Like you going, taking deep dives down things.
Right.
And so I'm going to take you on some stuff that basically I went on a deep dive on that I didn't. And, just asking more questions about it. But looking at some things that happen just from a different perspective.
Right.
So,
are you going to have a video up at all, or is it just you talking?
It's going to be me talking, and you'll see some video, and then it would we would also mix it in, so it feels like it's moving again.
Right.
It's motion.
Right.
It's not just me just telling you the whole thing.
Guests?
Yes, I do. I also want to have guests because there are some things that some people I've been in showbiz for over 30 years, and there's some amazing stories. So I want to see if I can get. I want to do this whole piece on humility, right?
Yeah.
Every episode I kind of have like a loose topic, like humility, and so I'm gonna be talking about how a lot of the people that I've written shows for, the ones that I knew were going to make it, they all have one thing in common: is humility.
Yeah.
Like when I worked on Ice Cube's sitcom "Are We There Yet?", he invited me to go see. I was afraid to talk to Cube.
Yeah.
Because Cube has this energy that if you don't have nothing to say, don't be over there. You know what I mean? Like, even though you just want to be, hey, shoot. But one time he was like, I recognize you from them commercials. You better say hi to me. I was like, hey, what's up, man? Because I was just working on the show, man. Just like I didn't want to.
Yeah.
And so, but I still didn't waste words. But it was cool enough that he invited me to one of his performances.
Yeah.
At BB King's, he was doing...
In New York?
In New York.
Oh.
He was doing the America's Most Wanted album, which was like, for my youth, it was one of the best rap albums that I'd ever heard at the time. Because he was a West Coast guy paired up with these East Coast beat makers that did Public Enemy's beats and made this insane album to me.
Yeah.
It was just funny. It was poignant. It was all these things. So he goes and he does it. And I'm there, and the crowd isn't really vibing. And what was so funny is the show started at 8 o'clock. Ice Cube's getting older, so at 8:03, yay, he came right out. He didn't have to wait till 11:30. They trying to make me leave.
The crowd isn't even there yet.
Yeah, and he's doing it, and I'm in there like, I'm going crazy. Like, this is what, I'm looking at the crowd, it just wasn't matching.
Yeah.
And I'm going, man, what's going on? And so then I thought, man, I wish I got to see this in L.A.
Yeah.
Because people will be tearing down the paint, off the walls. So I'll get back to the gig, get back to work. And I go, hey, man, thanks so much for inviting me to the show. He goes, what you think about it? I said, man, I loved it. Like, I was very specific. Like, I loved it. But I didn't want to be like, the crowd wouldn't.
Yeah.
He was like, for real? He said, because that was our worst show. He said, the crowd, he said, New York, they feel a certain way about. And I was like, that's why you're great. Because you not only witnessed what I witnessed, you acknowledged it.
Right.
And he wasn't like, he was like, yeah, I knew what it was.
Right.
And then I saw.
Well, it's like Chappelle bombing that night at the club and then
I'm gonna be famous.
hanging out.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And so I want to talk about, like, I'm enamored with people that can't turn it off. Like, they had to be, like Jim Brown had to be a certain way to be great.
Yeah.
But then when he got older, he couldn't stop being that way.
Right.
So I have a friend who has a Jim Brown story, and I want to bring him on. He's a famous actor, and I want him to tell the story about how, because if you talk to Jim Brown now, he's like, so tell me, you do podcasts. Tell me about your podcast. Just start telling me. I'll tell you what Jim Brown would do.
Well, it's,
Fuck what you talking about. You don't know shit about podcasts. You want to talk about podcasts, you got to come. That's how Jim Brown was as oldest.
Right.
So,
hey, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I get the humility thing, but I think it's a humility that is kind of intertwined with a belief in self that's so entrenched that it goes beyond. Like, I remember I have a friend who used to bartend with Bruce Willis, and he was a struggling actor, and he'd go out on an audition, and he'd come back, and he'd say to him, how did it go? And he goes, I didn't get it. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Damn.
It was always, they don't get it. like I know I have it.
Instead of what you're doing, like what could you improve on?
Right.
That's the lack of humility.
No. I think what I'm saying is there's humility, but there's also such a deep belief that you're going to make it.
Oh, interesting.
And that these are obstacles, but they're not going to stop you.
Yeah, I think I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it from a different. I'm talking about it once you've. So I'm.
How you handle success.
Yeah, I'm talking about like I've dealt with so many successful people.
Yeah.
Like I wrote in this one guy's show, and I wanted to know why it wasn't hitting. So I took this gig, and once I figured it out, I go, oh, that guy has no humility.
Yeah.
I was like, hey man, you should do this. You should do this. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, because it's funny, and if you did this, why would I do that?
Yeah.
I said, all right. I said, you're going to be canceled then. And that's what happened. The show got canceled. And I was just like,
what about Tracy Morgan? Does he have humility?
Of course. And he is
because you were the showrunner on The Last OG.
Last OG and Crutch. The show Crutch. He gave me this thing.
Oh, nice.
Tracy Morgan is one of the smartest people I've ever met. And I've never met anyone who knows how every cell of their body looks on camera.
Really?
He can decide to be funny if he wants, or he can make you cry if he wants. He is the epitome of like always living in the moment.
Yeah. And
he has like a photographic memory. So when I was working on The Last OG, I would give him the script. He would go, let's go, baby.
Really?
If it made sense. It didn't make sense to his character. Why the fuck would I do this? Like he would want to know, because it just didn't register with the character that he already built. Like he works so hard. And he is a great leader, man. He knows where he understands this business. Like
that's crazy, because that is not the perception of Tracy Morgan. People see him as out of control, irresponsible.
I didn't experience any of that. I would say, to me...
Do you think he plays that as a character?
No, I really do think that, because here's a full circle Tracy Morgan moment. So again, back to when I was living in Chicago, after my mom was Team Owen doing stand-up, I took her to see Tracy Morgan at Zany's. Tracy was headlining at Zany's Comedy Club, downtown Chicago. Audience was 90% white. Me and my mom were in like the back. And Tracy does this set that has those Chicago white folks like.
Yeah.
And at the end, he's ending on this porn sound. Fuck me. And I'm like watching my mom laugh. I go, what the fuck? Who are you? He does it. It feels like he does it for 20 minutes. Fuck me. He's doing like all these sounds.
What's the crowd doing?
They just.
Yeah.
You know, a few dudes are like laughing. But at the end, he says, thank you for letting me be me. And I go, wow, I didn't know you didn't have to give the crowd permission to let you be you. Yeah. You could just be you. Yeah. And whatever happens. Right. Like that was the first time I saw, and Tracy is always 100% himself. Yeah. But I grew up around Tracy Morgan. So I grew up in a neighborhood where it felt like everybody was yelling at you. Uh-huh. So I didn't care, but they were telling you positive things. Like my friend Anthony Griffith, great comedian, we would laugh about when we used to play basketball. We grew up at a time when coaches could hit you. Yeah. Man, get that fucking rebound. Poof. Yeah. Like, God damn, Yeah. And so that was like, so when Tracy would say stuff that to other people would seem all those things, I would hear, oh, he's just asking for one thing. He's just not being heard. Right. So when I got the gig, I go, oh, you just want this? That's easy. Yeah. Once I fixed that one thing that he didn't like, easy. Yeah. It wasn't a problem. But to other people, Tracy's doing this. Nah, what is he saying? Right. Oh, he's not wrong. Right. Let's just fix that. And then it wasn't hard. But it's a frequency thing, right? Like I remember when Patrice O'Neal, we should start referring to him as the Honorable, the late great Patrice O'Neal. He was on some show on Fox, and this always stayed with me. But there was a point where Fox was having comedians on, and they would be sitting them next to like, I don't know, serious cultural thinkers or they would always put him next
like
to
a round table discussion.
Yeah, but it would always be him sitting next to like a feminist maybe, and, whatever, what have you.
Yeah.
And then the host would be doing this bad Jerry Springer impression. Tell me more, And Patrice said something when they were like butting heads on a perspective. Patrice said something. He goes, everything I think is funny first. And you don't operate like that. And I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say it. But when he said that, I got it.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, when you put us in rooms next to serious, that's why comedians go, hey, I'm just a comedian. Don't ask me about politics. Because we're thinking when we're around our friends and we're not so in our heads about our bills or our kids, we are thinking funny first.
Right.
And that doesn't always translate next to like the bean counters who were thinking, that's like,
that's when I feel like I don't want to tell people to stay in their lane, but there are a lot of comedians getting into politics that don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they don't know how to do follow-up questions.
Right.
That's the only issue I have with the new media. I'm happy that people are finding their voice, but their follow-up game is so terrible.
Yeah.
Because they don't know, how to do that yet. And so you get like all these, you're getting kind of like what you're getting.
Because the problem is that politics has become culture. And so when comedians used to talk about whatever's in the zeitgeist, what's culturally happening right now, whether it's fashion or, this crazy couple at the Coldplay concert. But so much of that space is dominated by politics right now that comics are sort of forced to be drawn into it. And they don't know what the hell they're talking about half the time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I try to avoid it. It pops up a little bit. Yeah. I try to avoid it because what do I know? It's like I can't name the Congress people from California.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, and it's like, and you also watch a lot of your friends. It's like they're still working out it's almost like with them working out a bit, they're still working out their point of view.
Right.
And then there's also this disconnect.
Well, also they're going to take the funny take on it. They're not going to take the responsible take on it. They're not going to and I'm not saying they should. Like, I'm not saying, Theo Vaughn should be thinking about how his listeners are. Theo Vaughn is trying to be funny in his own way. Yeah. Maybe he gets a little too serious sometimes, but that's what's in the zeitgeist right now. That's what you have to talk about.
Yeah.
But don't look at comedians as, like you said, it's funny first.
Yeah, that's right. If everyone can, if you take one thing from this podcast, just know when you see a comedian, a real comedian, they are thinking funny first. So it's kind of like, I've been married for a long time now, and one of the things I've learned is grace. Got to give grace to things you may not immediately agree with or understand. When you do that, you can get an understanding of it. Comedians are leading with funny first. If your life isn't like that, then you may be offended. Yeah. Because you're not thinking that this guy or woman is trying to lead the funny first perspective, and just let them work it out.
Yep.
And that's the problem that's the challenge that the internet prevents. We used to work the road and get it polished and then present it. Yeah. In like on late night forums or what have you.
And now it's the opposite. It's like what I just said with your podcast. You're going to shoot the shit about it and then take it on the road.
And then take it on the road. Yeah. So.
All right, listen, it's time for well, actually, I want to talk about it. So good luck, everybody. We'll be out on Wednesday. Yeah. You got a TV show called Crutch.
Crutch.
With Tracy Morgan and Jermaine Fowler. You created it?
I created it. Yeah, it's a spinoff of The Neighborhood. I had fallen into show running, man. I ended up show running the Last OG season 4, and then we got wind early that TBS was going to discontinue making what they call live action comedies. Yeah. So they just cleaned out their whole slate. So that meant The Last OG wasn't coming back for season 5. Cedric the Entertainer reached out to me and said, I have a deal over here at CBS. I think we could do a funny spinoff with Tracy Morgan. Here's our take. What do you think? And I was like, I like that take, but here's something I pitched this, and they like that better. And so I was able to develop what I created, which is Crutch. His last name is Crutchfield, so we call it Crutch. And it's basically, I took, because Tracy Morgan wanted to make a modern day sampling, son, because it had to be multicam. And so what I always loved, for multicam, you got to have built-in conflict.
Right.
And so I always loved how Family Ties had that, because there were these two liberal parents and they birthed the most conservative kid.
Right at the time that Reagan was coming to power.
Right at the time of Reagan. So it was just like a beautiful, it's like every time Alex walks in the room and you're going to have something. And so I was like, what is our version of that today? And a lot of my friends who have heavy degrees and everything. So it's my one of my best friends, Floyd, he graduated from Notre Dame. He went to Columbia undergrad, graduated from Notre Dame Law School, was a practicing lawyer. His father, I don't even know if his father got his GED or not. He may have, but his father was more a blue collar type energy. And a lot of my friends have that. Like my mom only got her associate's degree, you know what I mean? So, because they had that theory, you have to do better than me.
Right.
So, but Floyd was living at home with his dad. So their conflict, Floyd would know everything. Dad, you don't do that because you're so smart. Why the fuck you living here? Like that. I was like, this is the show. So I made Jermaine Fowler be a lawyer who had a big job. He just passed the bar on the pilot. He has a big job with a corporate law firm, but he decides to turn it down to work for the people. And Floyd and Crutch still was like, all right, that's cool. What that mean? He go, well, that means I'm gonna have to live with you. What the fuck? So now you have like the internal conflict of like his super smart son, but he's still like living at the crib.
So Tracy is Jermaine's dad.
Tracy's Jermaine's dad.
I love Jermaine Fowler. He's great
actor, bro.
So that's coming out on Paramount Plus in the fall.
Yep.
All right, look for that. And then it's time to do a little thing called Fastballs with Fitz.
I love the alliteration, the F's. Fastballs with Fitz, look, Greg.
All right, inside joke. All right, who's the worst opening act that's ever gone on in front of you?
Damn, bro. I block out negative stuff, but there was this one dude when I did Charlie Goodnights in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah.
And I remember he used to come up and he brought an entourage with him. And he was just Music Q Central and every bit was about fucking something. He was always fucking, and I used to just go on stage and erase his whole act by going, damn, I think he got this stool pregnant. Like, we should check. Just get it over. But every bit, fucking DJ, hit me again. There's a whole bunch of like, but I remember, I used to, my act, I get it, because he just had no substance. It was all just like, so you from California, Hollywood, you can't. I was like, it was like, he just gets so mad.
I know the guy you're talking about. And he was one of those features for life guys. Yeah. He never made it as a headliner. Nah. And he used to come on, and I remember he kept going long.
Yeah.
He kept doing hacky shit. And I'm out there selling my CDs, and then he wanted to sell something.
Yeah.
And I go, nope.
Yeah.
I go, you're not selling your shit.
Yeah.
And normally I always let people sell their shit.
And you help promote it.
And I remember that that was my only way of getting at that guy.
Yeah, man.
He was so pissed he couldn't sell his shit. Fuck that guy. Who is your best Asian friend?
Oh my God, I love this question.
I should preface it by saying you can't say Bobby Lee.
No, it's not.
Because that's everybody's pass.
I'm trying to think of, because it's so funny, my wife really is annoyed with me. When we had our first child, we would go to places and we would always be sat next to like an Asian family that seemed to have this shit way more together.
Yeah,
I was like, baby, we need Asian friends. Like, go say hi. We really, like, seriously, look at this.
Yeah, right?
Look at us. We look terrible. Look
at the order.
In shape.
Their clothes are tailored.
So
even the kids, the cuff was right on the shoe. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm drawing a blank.
That's why I asked this question. I love to see people struggle.
Well, you know, I don't process it as them being Asian. I just process it as them being human.
Oh, shut the fuck up. All right, I'm going to let you go to the next question.
Thank you. Let me think.
Have you ever not finished a set on stage?
I've bailed.
Yeah.
I would say this. One time I was doing this club in Chicago, south suburb, D-Ray's room. Who D-Ray, I don't want to start no shit, but he has stolen a lot of my material in
Really?
this room.
No shit.
But I sent him a text about it. I'm not trying to start nothing.
You're right.
They were observational bits, but still.
He observed you doing them first.
I would have appreciated a call like, yo, I'm kind of stuck here, and we could have worked out something else together. You know? I don't want to see my material, but it was stuff I'm not doing anymore. But I was like, oh, D, just call me, man, hit me.
Right.
Is my point. I'm not trying to say don't go. I think he's a fantastic artist, performer, all that stuff. But anyway, he used to have this room, and it was young black room, like first time in the club. And I was up there doing my act, and they just started booing me hard. Boo, boo, yeah. And I could see him like everybody starting to be boo. You know
Yeah, it becomes contagious.
And I was like, they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
I just stood there, go, all right, get it out.
Yeah.
Get it out, and then they all stopped booing. And I finished my act. I ended up getting a standing ovation.
You did?
Yeah, because I was like,
that's not bailing.
I was like, y'all don't know how to
That's
be
the
an audience.
opposite.
Y'all don't even know what
Right.
y'all doing. Y'all just following.
Right. Then once they pick up on that, and the thing is with black crowds is they want to boo one person that night.
Oh, they can't.
Somebody's getting the the trump card.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, I was saying South. Yeah, absolutely. South Bend, Indiana. This will haunt me forever. So I was a big deal on campus. I'd won every competition, all this stuff. But material was college.
The Doritos Comedy Championship. That's what there was when I was in college.
Yeah, something I wanted to know.
Search.
Bus, whatever you and doing all the stuff. But it was no agents. No, this is Midwest. But this club in town called Kevin's on the Hill was they had a comedy night, and they wanted me to perform in town. And so I said, yeah, I'm going to do it. Word spreads. Every black student at Notre Dame comes to Kevin's on the Hill. Jerome Bettis being one of them. So all these future Hall of Famers are like in this club. So it was the Townies meets the Notre Dame.
Hilarious.
But and so all the Townies feel some type of way that all these like muscular, like no, like these motherfuckers doing it, you know? And all the ladies like, ooh, you know? And it was in a room. It was a nightclub, and it was so the stage wasn't lit. It had Christmas lights and shit, like the multicolored Christmas lights. That was my lighting. Look at my skin. It's not gonna, you're not gonna see me, microphone, whatever. And the show was supposed to start at 8 or something like that. I didn't go up to 11.
Oh,
so everybody's been there.
Yeah.
And then the dance club is just starting to get hot. People are really starting to, you know, make bad decisions. Like, all right, y'all ready for some comedy? And I go on stage, and I'm like, "Hey, y'all doing? What's up, y'all? Everybody, hey, all right." And I'm like, "Man, you ever been in your dorm?" And somebody go, "Fuck Notre Dame." And I had been out there so much that my DMV muscle from what the fuck you say, you know, that atrophied. So I was like, hey man, I tried to bargain with him. Yeah. Can't we all just get along basically? And I saw Jerome Bettis start laughing at me bombing like, ah! And I was like, hey, so like I said, man, get the fuck off stage. All right, guys, thanks for coming out. And I kind of just conceded. And everybody, it's all right, man. And
that's rough because all those people came to see you.
But then about 2 years later, I conquered Kevin's on the Hill. I went back.
Yeah.
And had a great set, but I still have not
Didn't open with that dorm joke, did you?
Fuck no, I was doing
You were doing the Power Rangers.
And I was ready again. I was ready. Like, I want somebody to say something. I was ready to, you know, but that's the thing about comedy. It's the most humbling profession in the world, but you can always, you know, it's always there for you.
Well, that's what's great about it is no matter how many years you've been doing it, you can't ever mail it in. Ever. If you got a big name, you've done movies, whatever, they'll give you 5 minutes.
Yep.
But if you're doing an hour, You got to earn it every single time.
Every single time.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
I leave for work. People go, hey, I go to Denver. I got friends that, yeah, let's have dinner before the show. No. I got to get fucking ready. I got to get centered. I got to get grounded. I'm not saying I'm sitting there writing jokes for 3 hours, but I'm going to review my material. Yeah. I just need to be centered. I can't be at a dinner table and talking to someone I don't like, and then all of a sudden, it's hard.
No, I'm with you. These are great questions.
These are great questions. Here's another one. When's the last time you apologized?
Shit, I'm married, bro. Probably this morning. If not, I got one.
But I mean,
coming.
a heartfelt, like, you had to think about it. You had to be vulnerable. Not a cursory apology.
Probably some to my wife. Maybe I'm bad with timelines. But it was so we just celebrated 11 years. I say on stage now, you know how it takes you 10 years to find your voice as a comedian.
Yeah.
I feel like it took me and my wife 10 years to find our voice in our marriage.
Right.
So I think I apologize to her for ways that I may have made her not feel seen, even though I see everything.
Yeah.
But just not being a good communicator with that. You know what I mean? Like, because that stuff like builds and can birth resentment.
Right.
You know? But it's kind of like, so I think
you cleared the slate on that.
Yeah. I was able to acknowledge that I may not be you have to, as a leader in your family, you have to, leading is exhausting, man.
Yeah.
Because like as a showrunner, you're a leader, you have to cater to you have over 150 people that you have to make sure that they're, feel safe enough to be their best self. Then you come home and you have to make sure that everybody is, feeling seen, heard, and there's some casualties of war in that.
Yeah.
You may assume that your wife is in it with you, but you just don't go, hey, I really appreciate how you've been holding it down when I was out of town, and I see the things that you do. But my wife is slick, though. If I go too far, it turns to, she'll make it feel like I'm patronizing her. It's like a portal. It's like,
yes.
It's like that Mission Impossible, doors closed, and I got to get through that right spot.
Right. If you lay it on too thick, then it feels like you're trying to build credit for the future.
But I would say the last time I apologized was to my son. I had said I had gotten upset with him about something, and I could have communicated the way I said it to him better.
Yeah.
So I had to acknowledge to him that I know I didn't say that the best way.
Right.
But the message still remains the same, but I am sorry for that. And it was cool. I think he appreciated it. And I just try to do stuff I wish was said or done to me.
No, I think it's profound to apologize to your child because they see you as human and you're modeling apologizing for them. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
All right, the last thing I'll ask you is what's the hackiest bit that you've ever done?
I can tell you. Let me see. Ooh, yeah. Sometimes you just want to vomit in your mouth while you're doing them. I mean, early on, it'd be black people, white people stuff.
Yeah.
It would just be like, ugh. But I remember, so when I first started, this was a genuine experience I had. But then once I kept doing it, I go, this is fucking terrible. When I won a competition at Notre Dame, one of the prizes I won was a week's pass to a tanning salon. Real shit. Because then, here's the environment.
That's amazing.
So I would tell the story. So then here comes the hyperbole. I would go.
That's like the white guy winning Magnum condoms.
And you win these magnums. All right.
Hey man, I'll trade you for the tanning sessions.
Right. Second place is, I know. And you want to trade? So I would say, then the hyperbole was, so then I went to the tanning salon, and I'll wait till it gets good and packed, and then I'll bust it and go, hey, you said you wake me up in 20 minutes. Like that was my. That was.
Dude, that's not hacky at all. That's fucking great.
Thank you, man. And it's just, I guess after a while, I just felt like because I was so far removed from it.
Yeah.
It felt hacky. But I would say it has to be. If ever I'm doing like, I don't know, man. I always try to run from it, which to my fault. Sometimes I miss great bits because I don't fight through the hacky urge.
Yeah. No, because sometimes people can categorically say you can't do airplane jokes because it's hacky. It's like, no, that's untrue. It's whatever you're. I mean, people are. I remember when I first had kids. Oh, you're going to be the guy who talks about their kids? No, I'm going to be the guy that talks about my life, which is what I've done since I was 19 years old.
Yeah, and I like my perspective on having kids and being married. I would say, I don't know. I've always kind of run away from, probably to my detriment. I should probably lean more into.
Yeah, you got to hack it up a little bit.
Yeah, I would just
still want to de-raise, bitch.
That's hilarious. That motherfucker. I mean, if you just look at his early stuff, he was so funny, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, why do you need to do this, man? Just call me, man. But anyway.
All right, listen. Owen Smith, the podcast is called Good Luck Everybody. It's on all the platforms, out on Wednesday. Watch the Crutch in the fall.
Yeah, watch Crutch. Yeah.
And you don't have a website, so I won't promote that.
Owen Smith for real on all things social media, or my YouTube is, I think it's Owen Smith TV.
But no website.
Nah, I stopped it. I wasn't getting much traffic.
All right.
You know what I mean? I would look at the analytics.
Yeah.
And be like 2 people, and it'd be like my mom checking on where.
The people you don't want knowing your personal shit. Right.
Yeah, you got a website?
Fitzdog.com. I don't know who looks at. I never check the analytics.
Yeah.
I put my dates on there, links to my special. The podcasts are all on there.
You think I should get one back? I have.
Yeah, get it.
It's OwenSmithLive.com.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Get the 404.
Put your dates out there, whatever. All right, listen. You are one of my favorite people.
Same.
Always love seeing you. You put a smile on my face always.
We love coming to your house, me and my wife.
Yeah.
This house is so nice.
Yeah. Well.
All right, stop talking. All right, that's enough.
All right, we want to come to your house next.
Yes.
All right.
You got to come.
All right, thanks for
Love you,
doing
man.
this. Love you too.
Love you.